Alrighty, folks, just in time for your summer vacation. We're going back to school for some Minecraft science. Got a couple enchantment hacks, we'll call them for lack of a better word, courtesy of the Minecraft subreddit. One of them might very well be a bug and isn't like the most useful thing ever, but it's still kind of cool, so we'll check it out anyway. But we'll start off with one that has to do with looting that maybe every single one of you already knows, and I'm super late to the party here. I know I've been told it once before, but totally forgot about it and definitely haven't used it to the extent that I could have. Anyway, we got to start off by establishing a baseline of looting versus not looting. So we're going to drop a few zombies down. We'll use just a regular non-looting sword. It's got sharpness, so it goes faster. But we'll see how many drops we get in the chest here. There's hoppers below the zombies. All the drops should funnel into that if we know how to do hoppers and stuff. I did test this, so I know it's going to work. There we go. Okay, so we got 5 rotten flesh from that first thing. Let's do it again. I feel like, trials of 3 are probably pretty scientific. If you're going to do a survey to publish in any sort of research paper, just, 3 people. That's all you have to interview, and then you can be like, super duper accurate surveys. All right, cool. So 4, 5, and 6 within a fairly small bubble there, so we're okay. And now we'll use the looting sword, looting 3, and I think we should notice that we get a few more drops, maybe even some, special drops that are thrown in. Okay, so 9, that's a pretty noticeable difference from what we were getting before, but we'll still do 3. Come on, guys, be cooperative. Please support my hypothesis here. Okay, another 9, nice. Okay, this is going good so far, dude. We're seeing some consistent numbers, which is always what. Nope, don't. No, you don't. I need you to. How many was that? Okay, it was only 1 from you. I think it went into this stack here. So we'll add that to the total that's in the chest. I knew that could possibly happen. Oh wow, so that was only from 3. So we got 13 total from that. Anyway, quite a deviation from the first set. Now you're wondering where I'm going with this. Why did I get these numbers? Why do they matter? Well. Turns out the way that looting actually works is it doesn't matter if it's the weapon that's used to demonetize whatever it is in there. It actually only matters that you're holding it. So if you say put a bow into your offhand, and obviously you can shoot and hold a sword at the same time because they're left-right click differentiation. So we'll drop some more, and now we're actually going to use the bow instead. And you should notice that the amount of drops we're going to get from these zombies here should be kind of comparable to what we got from the looting sword directly. And you're like, wait, what the heck? What's going on there? Well, again, I'm holding the looting sword in my main hand, and even though I'm not using it, it still counts the looting because it's there. And so you can use the bow, even if you're in a situation where a ranged weapon is way better, but you with a wither skeleton, for example, but you don't want to sacrifice your looting, just put the bow in the offhand, and all of a sudden you can get things like the extra fancy drops, or you can get just the same amount of rotten flesh. Now, contrast that with, I'll just switch over to first inventory slot. This is the not looting sword. We'll do the same thing. And we should notice that the amount of drops go back down once I switch to this method. I could just tell you this, but I feel like backing up the numbers with actual science is probably an important thing to do. See? There you go. Now it's back down. So, proven. With the numbers to back it up, hold a looting sword or whatever looting item, really just a sword, in your main hand while using a ranged weapon with your offhand, and you'll still get the benefit of looting. Pretty cool. Now, even if you knew this first one, the next one is new with 1.14, I think, and is also probably a bug, but it's cool, What does that matter? Let's switch over into survival, because obviously that's going to be important. So it has to do with Silk Touch. So we got a Silk Touch book here, and it turns out if you just have a book, you can actually use it on things you'd normally be able to break with your fist, and it'll drop the item, which is kind of weird. And you're like, wait, how did we not know this for years? Don't worry, you weren't oblivious. It apparently doesn't work in previous versions, which is why it's probably a bug. And also, books treat enchantments differently. They are, I guess, stored enchantments is the classifier on them versus enchantments, which is what happens when they're applied to a tool. So I don't think it's supposed to work like this. Also, you can spill water while still getting the ice. So you're basically breaking the law of conservation of matter. So, that's cool. You can get some grass. You can get yourself some glowstone. And you can get yourself some glass. Then you can put it down again. And you can break it with your Silk Touch enchanted book. And moreover, you can also do things like breaking coral. Kind of interesting. So, I guess if you really don't want to apply the Silk Touch enchantment to a tool because you're opposed to that for some reason, then here's a solution for you. I guess on the plus side, what you have is an infinite durability Silk Touch hand. It's really slow, but it does do the trick. So if you just want to very, very, very slowly get yourself a lot of grass, which this would be me because I always find myself not using a shovel, then you can do this. And cool. If you're watching this years in the future, it might not be working anymore. So just a heads up, if you try this and you're like, what? He lied. He must have modded his game. No. Just 1.14.2. That's what I meant. If you go to that, it should work. So just kind of a nifty little interesting thing that you probably weren't aware of there. Like I said, not the most useful thing. You're probably just going to take your book and apply it to a tool. But if you don't like doing that, then this is the trick for you. Get rid of those corners, dude. Nobody likes corners on anything, whether it's a portal or a tank. Get rid of those unnecessary things. The water stays in regardless. Why would I waste the glass like that? Unbelievable. Alrighty then. I think that's pretty much going to do it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you found this enjoyable. And on that note, I forgot I didn't mine it down enough. I was like, this will be a great ending. I'll fall to my death. Nope. Guess not. I didn't dig the trap deep enough. That's for SMP Live. I was just like, how do I make a flush piston door trap? Well, there you have it. Nothing to do with this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks to the Minecraft subreddit people for always finding very interesting things that you wouldn't have thought about. And that's pretty much it. Like if you liked, subscribe, do all that stuff. And I'll see you next time.